Alright guys, here is the new pattern, brand new pattern by Cheryl Lees Haley, 2018. It was designed, see, brand new. It's called Mesq, M-E-S-Q, like mesquite, I guess. I don't know. Starting out with some lumpty bumps. A line of lumpty bumps. Just like that. Okay. Oops. I'm trying to reduce the glare here, folks. Reduce the glare. Okay. Step 2. On the other side, we want similar lumpty bumps. I don't know that it makes any difference how wide this is. I don't know because I haven't tried it yet. So we'll learn together. Okay. Number 3. You do want them to match, like a matching set though, because it looks like we're going to then draw a line in between there. So they have to be the same number of lumpty bumps. Okay. And then coming down here on more on one side than the other, so not quite right down the middle, but a little bit off to one side. We're going to put a little crescent coming down each one of these lumpty bumps, like that. I don't like where the light reflects. Okay, and then on this side, the bigger side, we're going to put 2 little seed shapes. And then we're going to aura the whole thing again. And that is this pattern called Mesq. I'm not sure how you say it. I'm assuming it's Mesq. And it looks like some sort of a seed pod thingamabob. Interesting. I like it. Not too sure how I'm going to place it on the page besides just as its own thing. Need to incorporate it somehow. But let's give it a go, right? Turning on my light. Watch your eyes. Okay. Now I can see. All right. Do we want some sort of border? I think I might want a border. No, no border. I've already decided. No border. I'm just going to go for it. Lumpty bumps. No pencil, no nothing. Just going to go for it. We're going to do it here. Lumpty bumpty 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 bump. Like that. And make them the same number of bumps. They don't have to be the same shape, but they have to be the same number of bumps. And then we're going to connect those like that. I seem to be a little off with my lumpty bumps, but that's okay. That makes it a little more interesting rather than straight across. They kind of have a swoop to them. I think that's probably fine. Since this is a very organic kind of tangle, I'm going to zoom in just a tad for you. Next step, we're going to make on this side sort of a curvy thing. Do they connect? Yes, they kind of do. Kind of like that. And then over here, put sort of a seed pod shape, little rice shape, teardroppy, however you want to think of it. More of a rice-like shape though, I think. couple of those like that. And then, or the whole thing. Like so. And like so. So I've been called for jury duty tomorrow. Means I will have to be up early, get myself over to the courthouse by 8 o'clock. I don't mind having jury duty. My company pays for jury duty. So, and I was on one before, so it's likely I will get on again. I've noticed that once you get on one, you tend to end up on them more frequently, just because I think the lawyers all like having a juror who's done it before. It's just sort of one of those things. They know that you've been able to make a decision, you've been able to work with others, you've not had a problem with the judicial system. So they like having jurors who have done jury duty before. The last time was a long jury. I was there more than 2 months. That was long. Don't want to do that again if I can help it, but I would if I needed to, because it's my duty to do so. It looks funny just kind of hanging out here in space by itself. So we're going to give it a friend. I want one way behind, so I'm going to lumpty bump like this. And you're going to bit like that. Play with scale a little bit. That's going off the edge, and normally I would have had a border there, and I said I wasn't doing a border, and I don't know why I said I wasn't doing a border, because I don't really usually like my tiles to have the thing go off the edge of the tile. I like having a border, but it's too late now. I've done it, so we're just gonna go for it. But since I got jury duty, I'm not too sure why. You know, I get paid for jury duty, so I consider it a day of work. But apparently my manager does not consider it a day of work. And so that's my day off for this week. Yeah, that's all right. It's just, it is what it is. I think I'm going to use my bigger pen to do this outline one. I don't know if you can tell in the camera. I don't know if there's enough contrast or color thing, but even though this pen is black and the Micron is black, they're two different colors of black. I can tell in this light that I've got two different colors of black. Most of the time it doesn't bother me. But I just want to let you know, if you do decide to use two different brands of pen, that you may notice a difference in the color of the ink. Sometimes you can see a bluish or a grayish, greenish tint, purplish tint to your pen. This one, I see a little bit more of a blue cast than I do on the other one. The other one seems more true black to me, and this one's got a little bit of a bluish cast to it, but it's alright. Once I get it all together on the tile, and unless you're in this spectacular light like I have for my drawing lamp, probably wouldn't notice anyway. The reason I switched over to my bigger nib is because it's just easier for me to color in larger areas with the bigger nib. I could use my brush pen, but I'm really not happy with that brush pen, so I'm not going to use it. So this particular one is a Staedtler as compared to my Micron. Any of the fine liners will work when you're drawing. Don't have to have a special one. Matter of fact, if you're on a budget and you can't afford fine liners, plain old ballpoint pen, or actually I like the gel pens from the dollar store. Anything that has a consistent, nice line, thin, go for it. Use it. Okay, and then I think I need something to go the other direction, because this is just all coming this way, just as a compositional thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll zoom a little bit so I can see it from more of a distance. Maybe I'll draw just a single pod lumpty bump, a single lumpty bump, kind of on its own out here. Like that. And I still feel like it needs something. It needs something. What does it need? Sounds like the contractor's here. I didn't expect him today. Alrighty then. I may have to finish this off and go down, see what's going on. I'm going to put something kind of this way. I'm not sure why. It's just what is coming to me. Sort of like Diva Dance, but I'm not going to do the thicker parts. Something like this. Something like this. And like this. And like that. I don't know really what I'm doing. This is not really a pattern of any sort. It's just some lines that I decided that it needed. Kind of fill the space behind. Don't ask me. I'm running out of room for my fingers, so I'm going to just turn my page around. Because since I don't have a border, I have to go all the way to the edge. Alright. Why I did that, I really don't know. It just felt like it needed it. This was Mesq. I needed space. I'm not sure I care much the way I wrote that in there, but, you know, I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room. Let's do a little shading, shall we? Yes, I think that would be good. Alright, let's do a little right in here. Let's start with that. And then maybe a little on this side. We'll see what happens. A little smudgy, smudgy, smudgy. Yeah, I think I hear the contractor out there. My son's out there. But I will go downstairs when I'm finished with this and see what's going on. You like that? It's okay. I'm not sure I'm completely happy with my composition here, and that is a lot to do with the fact that I just started and I didn't plan and I didn't do a string and I just went for it. And because I did that, I'm not necessarily happy with what I chose to do. But it's not that it's bad. It's just that, you know, there are some times where you find it not as satisfying. It's not because my drawing is a bad drawing. But sometimes you find your tile unsatisfying, and that's okay. What I don't want to hear people say is that it's crap, or that I can't draw, or that it looks ugly. It's okay if you are unsatisfied, but that's different than than putting down and denigrating your work. Totally different thing than being unsatisfied. Being unsatisfied just means that you're striving for something better, and that you're using this as a learning opportunity. That, you know, I could have done this different. I could have done that different. Learning opportunities are fine. Just so, you know, just don't beat yourself up over your tiles. If they're not what you like, if they don't float your boat, if you're not super happy with it, ask yourself, well, what parts do I like? What things can I take away from this tile that I find attractive? And what things would I change next time? It's just a piece of paper. It's not like rocket science here, folks. You know, it's just a piece of paper. Now, for me, personally, you know, it's not bad. I think I would have liked to have been a little more planned out in my approach for this tile. I still feel like I don't like the composition. The drawing itself, I think, is okay, but I feel like I don't like the composition. This kind of pointy thing, it's just not satisfying to me. Doesn't mean the pattern's bad. Doesn't mean my drawing's bad. It just means that it's something that I'm not personally attracted to. But you know what? Now I think about it, I can turn it. And for me, this is a more satisfying composition than this one. I don't like it like that. I like it better like that. So, you know, I didn't take the time to really analyze it before. And that's one of the reasons why I like to have a border. Just FYI. I like to have a border so that I can turn my tile. I could still have turned my tile. If I get rid of this, I could still turn my tile and make it whichever direction I like it. I actually prefer it this way. Even that way. I just don't like it this way, which is interesting. But that's the way I drew it, and that's the way I chose to make it. That's for me. It has nothing to do with you guys. That's just on me. But I think I'm going to make it live this way. So when I take my picture, my final thing, I'm going to make it live this way because I'm more satisfied with it in this direction. Yep. It's going to live that way. All right. You guys have a really great day. I will see you later. I got to go talk to my contractor and I will be back. Bye-bye.